Good morning and thank you for joining me. In today's video, I will be sharing with you my facial skincare routine. But before I do that, let me just say thank you to my subscribers. Thank you for being a subscriber and for commenting and encouraging. And if you are not yet subscribed, please go ahead and do that. Do not forget to like, share, and hit that notification bell so that you can know as soon as I upload a new video. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into today's video. So for years, I was not aware that some of my poor habits were negatively affecting my skin. For instance, not eating properly, not exercising, not getting enough rest, and increasingly high levels of stress. These are factors that contribute to premature aging, toxin buildup in the skin, blemishes, um, and breakouts. So these are things that we do not want on our skin. And so it's very important to take care of our bodies inside and out. And so to start this um, tutorial, if you will, one of the things that I do whenever I get up in the morning, very first thing I do is I pray, spend time with God, read my Bible, my devotional, spend time meditating on God's Word, and that jump starts my day. And I typically have a cup of coffee uh, during that time, and which is very relaxing for me. And so after that, I will typically go ahead and do my workout. And after my workout, whenever I get to cleansing my face, I will use this is my Vanish charcoal facial bar that I actually make and sell on my website, which is luxuryfields.net. And I will put that in the description box. And this charcoal facial bar is made with 100% activated charcoal and organic tea tree oil. Both of those are extremely beneficial for the skin. They help remove impurities and toxins out of the skin. And since my skin is naturally oily, I typically hold a lot of oil through the T-zone, the forehead area, and the chin area. I love using the activated charcoal facial bar because it does help absorb a lot of that excess oil. Now, to replenish the moisture back into my skin, I do have some other products that I will share with you here in a moment. Because before I do that, another thing that I do is I will, let me show you this. I will use my steamer, and it's hot. This is a facial steamer. And I invested in this about a year ago and I love it. It is so relaxing. And steaming in and of itself has a ton of benefits for your skin. And it also does not take a long time. Typically, you do not want to steam no more than, well, anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes. So no more than 10 minutes because it does pull the moisture out. It does cause a lot of perspiration. So you really want to be careful and limit your steaming session to no longer than 10 minutes. Now, steaming, benefits of steaming is that it does increase blood circulation. It gives you that that suppleness to your skin, that glow. It's hydrating. It helps the skin um, better absorb products. So, for instance, I will steam and then I will pat dry before I apply my moisturizers or my primer, whatever I put on for that day before I put on my makeup. And also, at the end of the day or on the weekend, like this morning, it's Saturday morning, and you just want to steam. Let's just steam for a minute. Just steam for 5 or 10 minutes. It is so relaxing. You will love it. And for the water, I just use bottled water. I fill it up to the fill line, which is actually here. I've had this steamer on for a little while, so it's down, but you can fill it up to the fill line, and you just use just regular bottled water for that. And so after I steam, I will use my organic bamboo washcloth, and I also sell these on my website, which will be linked below. And the organic bamboo washcloth is the best washcloth or facial cloth I have ever used in my life. It is so soft. I wish you guys could feel it. It is so soft and so luxurious. I will just go in and pat dry under the chin. We're not, don't do this. Do not do this because um, the skin is very delicate. So please just pat dry like so. Okay. And after we do that, then now at night, what I would do is apply my a new night cream, and this is by Avon. Um, a friend of mine from church had showed this to me. Actually, had given me a sample rather a couple of years ago, and ever since then, this is all I use for nighttime. I do not use it every night because it is very thick. It is very um, concentrated, but I like it especially in the winter months. I like it especially in the winter months whenever the air is a bit nippier and the skin has a tendency to become a little drier. But during the day, or just typically on a regular basis, what I will use is the vitamin C serum, which is also by Avon. And I'm not endorsing Avon, but I'm just sharing with you. Although, if there's someone who needs an endorser for Avon, I would be more than happy to. But I'm just sharing with you what I use and what I find works well for my skin. But before I do that, I do want to show you this real quick before I forget. Sometimes, whenever I do not have enough time to do a complete um, wash with my bar, which I only do this maybe um, once or twice a day because of the fact that it does pull the moisture out. So I don't want to continue using the charcoal or more harsher, deeper wash no more than twice a day. But if it's during the day or I've just completed like a midday workout or I just want to, freshen up, I will use a makeup remover wipe and I will just go in, wipe my forehead. I will go in through here. This is a makeup remover wipe here. I will typically just drape it over my fingers like this and hold it just to keep it in place, and it makes it easier to really get into those areas. If I did not have my wrap on, I will get behind my ears because sometimes those are places that we just may kind of forget about sometimes. So whenever I'm going in with a makeup remover wipe, I'll just wipe all over. Do not neglect your neck. Please remember to always wipe under your neck because you don't want that excess buildup of dirt and toxins lingering around your facial area. So, as you can see, nice and clean. All right. So since I did that, let me just go ahead and do a quick pat dry with my bamboo washcloth. And I will go ahead and this morning, I am going to use the serum. Sometimes I will use the primer. And again, it just, it just kind of depends. I use either one, just kind of depends on how I feel that day. But for today, we're going to use the serum. So just going to a little bit on here, and it's kind of clear. I'm not even sure if you can see it, but I will go in and I usually start right here in the T-zone area. And it smells so nice. It's so fresh and so citrusy, and vitamin C has a lot of health benefits for the skin. It is loaded with antioxidants, so it really helps draw out those excess toxins and impurities in the skin. So, and just be careful around the eyes. Don't get too close to the eyes because it can cause a tingling sensation. And as I say that, let me also say this too, that with my Vanish facial bar, although it has tea tree oil in it, um, it is not overpowering at all. So uh, generally, well, I have not had any effects as far as the burning sensation around the eyes, using it, around the eyes and here when I'm washing my face, as you may experience with some products who have, where it's a little more harsher and strong with the tea tree. In addition to, they probably have a lot of other added chemicals and fragrances in there, but you will not experience that with my Vanish activated charcoal and tea tree facial bar. That is handmade. This is handmade. All right, so how are we looking here? So we have on the serum. Skin feels nice. And even if you just take some time and just kind of massage your skin, it's not only as relaxing, but it's just, you don't want to pull too much, but just a gentle massage. You always want to be sure that you're wiping up. You don't want to pull your skin down. We don't want sagging and drooping and wrinkling. So just be sure that you are being cautious and conscious rather of the direction in which you are pulling your skin. And also, caffeine has some benefits as well. And if you'll notice the pattern that most of these products are um, really for pulling toxins and impurities out of the skin. Caffeine, if you do not drink caffeine, which I do not, in fact, I switched to decaf months ago because I was drinking so much caffeine, my coffee. I was not drinking sodas, but I was drinking caffeinated coffee. And I did not like the feeling of feeling wired all the time. And so whenever I um, came off of caffeine, the withdrawal was absolutely terrible, but I made it through that, and I have not gone back to caffeine, and that's just a personal preference. But what you can do, in which my mom taught me this, is use the green tea tea bags, and be sure it's the caffeinated ones because they do have green tea decaf. You can use the tea bags. So after you've steeped your tea, you can take the tea bag. I have a tea bag here, but it's not green tea. It's another tea that I was going to show you. But you can take your tea bag, and this is actually raspberry hibiscus herbal tea, which is my favorite tea, and it's decaf. But for demonstration purposes, we'll pretend this is green tea, and you'll just take your tea bag and you would just let it sit under your eyes. It will help soothe tired eyes, help reduce um, bagginess under and around the eyes. It will increase blood circulation. So lots of health benefits to using the caffeinated green tea bag on the face if you are not a caffeine drinker. In moderation, remember everything is in moderation. Does not mean that you have to deprive yourself, but it does mean to exercise some moderation in what is good and best for your body. Now, um, and on the note of the raspberry hibiscus tea, that is one thing that I incorporated into my diet that I believe that has helped my skin overall, which is drinking herbal teas. Like I said, my favorite is the raspberry hibiscus, but I also enjoy the peppermint tea, the green tea, and the lemon tea. And all of those, if you're not a caffeine drinker, all of those you can get in decaf. So after that, and then after I've applied my serum, I will wait a couple of minutes before applying my makeup. Um, Generally, I will just use one or the other, either of the foundation, a light foundation, or a matte powder. I do not use both. I used to years ago, but I did not like the heavy makeup feeling on my skin. I felt that it really clogged my pores and just kind of undid everything that I just put into cleaning out my skin. So I will just put maybe just a touch of foundation or just the light matte powder. And I like to keep things very simple, very natural. I would add a little blush, little lip gloss, mascara, and done. And speaking of lip gloss, let me share with you my favorite lip gloss in the world. I have been wearing this for years, and this is the Stay Glossy lip gloss by Rimmel. And this is Dorchester Rose. And I will go ahead and apply. I love, mm, I love this lip gloss because it stays glossy for hours. And it's light. It is so velvety on the lip. It keeps my lips moisturized, especially, like I said, in these upcoming cooler months and also in the hotter months. But I mean, all throughout the year. This is my go-to. This is what I use. Um, if I'm getting a little dressed up, I might add a little lipstick and then put the lip gloss over it because I don't like a lot of color on my lip. I do like to stick to a more neutral and natural palette. And so that is my skincare routine, and I hope that you learned something. We're able to pick up some tips and tricks and just things that I incorporate day to day that I've just found to be helpful and beneficial. And I am so excited about you and your journey. And please don't forget to comment. Let me know in the comments, what are you doing in your skincare routine? What's working for you? And what do you want to try next? Maybe it's something in the video that you may want to give a try. And if so, give me a shout out. And without further ado, here's to health, healing, and wholeness. Have a great day.